Hello cuties! So today I thought I'd do a little bit of an account tour on my free-to-play account. And if you guys don't know what a free-to-play account is, it's an account that you haven't spent any money on. So when it comes to resources and stuff like that, you're a bit limited in comparison to spending money. So today I'll be showing you 3+ years of progress and show you guys what I'm working with. Just a small disclaimer though, this is like nothing impressive and it's like years of neglect and it's just a bunch of playing the game for a little while and then logging off for like months and rinse and repeat. There was a lot I could have done. First things first, we can start off with the quest log. Let me just say, I think you can already tell that I don't play for the lore. Not only am I still on the Sumeru Archon quest, I still have a bunch of story quests and summer quests and a lot of other world quests that I still have not started yet. And also with each quest in newer regions being way longer and much more tedious to complete, it just didn't motivate me to start any of the newer quests. So over time I'm just stockpiling them. But it would be the smart idea to start them because I'm in desperate need of Mora and experience books. When it comes to making the smartest decision, that's not a thing for me. Next we have Battle Pass. So far I'm level 34 because I've been trying to consistently log on, use resin, and do some stuff around the account. And there are wishing quests that I cannot do because I have to preserve my primo gems. Let's move on to my inventory. First things first, starting off with our weapons. I only have 3 5-star weapons and unfortunately I got 2 duplicates. And then I also have a bunch of unleveled 4-star weapons. But before feeding some of my 3-star weapons, I also made sure to go ahead and refine some. But I also made the mistake of not refining my white tassels, so I ended up feeding them to other weapons. And obviously trying to find white tassels around Liyue is a bit tedious. Now with artifacts, it's just embarrassing. I have 672 out of 2,400 artifacts. I mean, to be fair, if you're a free-to-play, your priority shouldn't be farming artifacts. Like, I have a lot of copium pieces that I don't want to talk about. And then we have like what are they called? We have the items that characters use for weapons, ascension, talents, etc, etc. Again, if I don't need to farm for a certain boss drop or enemy drop, then I'm not gonna farm it. So for some of these resources, I barely have anything. And also I'm struggling with the gemstones. Like, I just can't ascend my characters because I'm struggling to get the gemstone. I'm not gonna spend my resin on bosses if I don't have to, but I probably should anyway. It would be worth to get some of those characters level 90 or to their max ascension at least. I also have 22 crowns because I barely even use them, 10k primos, and 2 million Mora. Could be better, but it is what it is. Now as for food, I'm sorry, but I really don't care for it. And then we have minerals. Honestly, I should be farming these way more than I'd like to admit. I'm just so lazy. And is this a safe place to say that I hate fishing? Next we have gadgets. I barely have anything because of the amount of events I've missed. And then stuff from quests, but I don't know if this is of any importance. I don't know if it's just me, but whenever I clear the Spiral Abyss and I get these like chests for artifacts, I never open them because I just like to see them pile up. Besides knowing my luck, I probably get like defense percent, and probably another defense percent. For the Radiant Spin Crystals, I don't care for them. Another thing I don't care about, surprise, surprise, this is the Teapot. Obviously, I do go in to make furniture to increase my trust rank, but other than that, I don't really touch it. Next, I can show you guys my character list and tell you guys my history on how I got each character. First character I'll start off with is Eula, and if you guys didn't tell, she's the pride and joy of my account. I love Eula. As you guys can tell with a lot of characters on my account, I don't play for meta. She's a 57 to 198 ratio. Skyward Pride because I find that she's struggling with ER. Even when she has Raiden on her team. It's just a skill issue because I can barely get any ER in her artifacts. And then I'm using 4 Ps of the Pale Flame. They're nothing too crazy, but I'll show you her artifacts. You can pause for some of these if you'd like. I would like more of the crit stats, but it's fine. She is C0, but I'm planning to get her C1 from the little event thingy. 10, 6, 10. I do plan on triple crowning her. And yeah, that's by Eula, nothing too crazy, but I do love her a lot. Next we have Raiden, and her build is so embarrassing. She doesn't even have her minimum requirement of energy recharge, which is 250. She's a 40 to 177, running a Phoenix Lance because I don't want to fish. I know the catch is like really good, but I don't have the mental capacity for that. Running a 4-piece emblem because I don't use any Dendro on this account, when I probably should be doing that because it's very free-to-play friendly reaction, but we don't talk about it. My Raiden is C0, and her talents are 1, 8, and 6. I do plan on getting her burst to level 8 though, but I don't have the resources for that. Next we have Venti, and I also really love Venti. Venti is a 50-50 win, but I went to like 80 pity for him, but that's fine. He has a decent crit ratio, I'm not that mad about it. He's using the Cloud Forged weapon because I'm kind of using the Stringless on someone else. Not that I use Fischl, but we don't talk about it either. Next, he's running a 2-piece Viridescent and 2-piece Wondrous Troop. I probably should get him on a 4-piece Viridescent, but I don't want to farm artifacts. My Venti's running an HP Sands. That's how bad it is. C0, his constellations are kind of questionable. And his talents are 1, 4, and 6, and I want to get his burst higher. With Xilonen, I'm quite happy with how her build turned out. 3-gate defense is quite nice. Obviously her crit stats are a bit questionable, but she doesn't really need that. She's running the Flute of Espitzel because I don't have that defense weapon from like years ago. And she's running a 4-piece of Cinder City. She's at Constellation 0, and I don't really plan on getting any of her cons. Not that I have the primo jumps to do that anyway, but her talents are 6, 8, and 6. Don't ask me where I leveled up her basic attacks. I wanted to. I wanted to see if her damage on her skates would be higher if I leveled up her normal attacks. All it takes is one simple Google search. Imagine using the internet, which is free. Could not be me. Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot to mention that she was a 50-50 win, but I forgot if she was early or if I went to hard pity. Flins, I got him in his recent banner in 1 temple. And he's also a 50-50 win. I was planning to use all of my savings, but now I don't even use him that much. His ratio is, it's getting there. His weapon is White Tassel because it's either White Tassel or Dragon's Bane, and I'm not using Dragon's Bane on him. Besides, I need the curry anyway. Running a 4-piece Gladiator because I don't have the resin to farm for his signature. And I just had good pieces already, so might as well use Gladiator. Quote unquote good pieces. They're not the best, but they're viable. My Flins is C0, surprise, surprise. And his talents are 2, 8, and 8. Guys, I don't even want to talk about my Columbina. This is just mad embarrassing. First of all, she's not even good on either HP or crit stats. She's a mix of both, and it's not working like that. As a support, she's failing to function, and as a DPS, she's also failing to function. Using a event weapon, I think. And I could use Thrilling Tales, but I don't want to. Also, I like the extra physical damage that she does from this weapon. Ooh, the wind is really strong today. It's an entire hurricane. My Columbina is Constellation 0. And her talents are 2, 8, and 7. Also, she was guaranteed, but I had to go to pity twice on her banner because I just came back after a long break on this account and there was so much to explore. Next is my pride and joy, Sangonomiya Kokomi. However, similarly to Columbina, her build is a freak show. 31,000 HP on a Kokomi is very, she's running a Thrilling Tales, and I'm using the skin. I didn't give it to Columbina because I'm still mad at her that I had to go to pity twice on her banner. Kokomi was different, you'll see why. Now, I do love Kokomi, but when it comes to artifacts, she's like the least priority. I would love to give her something better than 4-star artifacts, but I just don't have the resin for that. I'm sorry, Kokomi, I love you though. My Kokomi is C1, and the first Kokomi that I got, I won the 50-50 and I was at 40 pity. The second Kokomi that I got, I won it and it was 40 pity again. That's why she's my pride and joy, unlike Columbina. Talents are 2, 6, and 8. I want to get them higher, but again, she's my least priority when it comes to building. I'm sorry, Queen, I love you though. I don't want to talk about my Arlecchino. Like, this is just embarrassing. First of all, my Arlecchino was guaranteed, and her crit ratio is very interesting. There's so much crit rate, but barely any crit damage. She's running a White Tassel because, again, it's either the White Tassel or Dragon's Bane. And she's running a 4-piece Gladiator. She is Constellation 0 and her talents are 8, 4, and 6. I'm gonna be honest, I don't really care about Clorinde. She was guaranteed, and now that I have Flins, I don't really use her. She has the same problem as Arlecchino, very high crit rates and barely any crit damage. She's running a Lion's Roar, but unlike Arlecchino, she's actually on the correct set. I mean, not that Gladiator is bad on Arlecchino, but I think this one is better for consistency's sake. Constellation 0, but I do like how her constellation looks. Her talents are 1, 8, and 4. Addition to skip my Furina. This is actually so embarrassing. First of all, Furina was a 50-50 win. She has 23,000 HP, which is really bad, and she's not even on a 1-to-2 crit ratio. The only good thing about my Furina is her weapon, like that's it. She's running a 4-piece golden troop, but her artifacts are... they're artifacts. They are definitely artifacts. 25% defense. The tank Furina is real. Why have a healer Furina? No, I wanted to build a tank Furina. She is Constellation 0. And her talents are 1, 8, and 8. At least I have that going for her. I pulled Neuvillette on his first banner and it was guaranteed. And I just don't use him. I'm sorry, he's so boring. His ratio is very horrible too. I'm using Prototype Amber, but I do have that 5-star which I do want to give to him when I get around to building it. It's probably like 5 years from now, but at least he'll get it, right? He's using Marsh as a hunter. Constellation 0, like I barely use you. What makes you think I'm gonna go for your constellations? And it sounds like 8, 1, and 2. There's some other characters that I don't really use, but they're still honorable mentions. Cookie, I really used her a lot, especially in the early game of this account. I used her in a Eula Hyper Fridge team with Dendro, so she's running an EM build. Honestly, I didn't even know this, but my Cookie's C0. Like, damn. And her talents are a mess, so... Saint Cho, the only reason I haven't built is because people make so much emphasis on building him because he's a good character. But I just don't care about Saint Cho, I'm sorry. Like, he's not fun to play. His damage reduction is cool though. Again, Bennett is really good, but I just don't like using Bennett. I don't really care for him either. He is C6 and his talents are a mess. Oh my god, my Kazuha, wait. I forgot about him completely. Okay, so Kazuha on this account, I'm pretty sure he was early pity and I won the 50-50. I know that I won the 50-50, but I don't know if he was early. This is why I don't have Venti on a 4-piece for Descent, because look at my Kazuha's artifact. You think I'm gonna farm a second set for Venti? Hello? When Kazuha's getting the scraps? We're not doing that here. C0 because I don't want his constellations. And he's 1, 8, and 8. Also, I cannot get him to his max ascension because I'm struggling with the crystals. So he's gonna be stuck at level 70 for a while. Next we have Dehya, and I really like Dehya too. I think I put too much emphasis on ER, but that's fine. So when I get Favonia's Greatsword, I should put her on Skyward Pride, but I have to level that up. Artifacts are Emblem of Severed Fate, but they're all copium. Basically, any good artifact that Dehya had, I put them on Raiden. Sorry about that, queen, but I love you still. Mwah. And she is C2. Next we have Sucrose, but I don't care about Sucrose. I love her, but she's so clunky to play. It's like the same thing with Bennett, Saint Show, Xiangling, any of those meta 4-stars I just don't like using. They all feel very clunky to play in my opinion. Next we have Novaria. Wait, oh my god. I mean Rosaria, and I do plan on building her because I want to use her for my Eula team. When I get her C6, she'll be more viable, but for now I have her at C4. And that's pretty much it, but I think I have like maybe Xiangling that I want to show. But do I want to show this? Dragon Spine, wow. Wow, I gave my Xiangling the best of the best. Anyway, let's just skip all of that embarrassment. So we're going to move on to exploration. First things first, I want to show all of my statues and their level. This is embarrassing to show, but my Mondstadt statue is a level 9. The one at Liyue is a level 7. The one at Inazuma is a level 6. The one at Sumeru is also level 6. Fontaine is at level 3. Now Natlan is at level 7, and if you guys are wondering why I have Natlan higher than like Fontaine or Sumeru, it's because the new regions are way easier to explore and like they give more primo gems, so it's much more worth your time to farm those regions. And Not Cry is at level 7. Next is exploration, and just a warning that the wind is really strong today. Like the exploration is very... Let's just say I don't stick to one area and explore it and then move on to another. Mondstadt is a mess. Dragonspine is also a mess. Leeway, I don't even want to talk about. It's genuinely so annoying to farm on. The Kazan, I'm never touching that. Like, someone have to pay me to go in there. Neuvillette has decent exploration. I was farming for White Tassel, and it's like much worth to farm that area because of the primos. Sumeru is also a big mess, going as far as having some places not explored or unlocked. Now, I don't think that the Sumeru exploration is as bad as people make it sound, but I just never really got around to it. Especially with the newer regions, I focused more on that instead of older regions. And Fontaine is just an embarrassment. I don't even want to show it. I have some areas which are not unlocked and some areas which I never even went into, or barely even touched. Now, Natline is a bit better because I have been exploring that recently, so at least we have that going for me. I think this little upper area is like the highest out of every area that I have in Natlan. And then obviously I have some places that I didn't even like look into. And then obviously Not Cry, it's honestly the easiest region to farm in. The little gadget makes finding chests, oculi, and whatever very easy. Next we'll move on to the Spiral Abyss. I always clear floor 11 very consistently, but floor 12 is just depressing. I can't even clear floor 12 on my main account, even more so on this free-to-play account. I'll show you guys my history if you guys are curious. You can pause to read if you want. Next we have theater, and theater is also just mad embarrassing. Like, I don't have that much characters, and sometimes I'm like locked from doing the hardest mode because I don't have enough characters for that, so... Next we have Sygian Onslaught, and I just get the primo gems and I dip. I am not even going to try the hardest difficulty. And as you can see, no records because someone wasn't even playing. Next we'll move on to my wish list and characters that I would like to get. First off, Jiren, because I have Venti and I think they pair up well together. And then we have Skirk and a Scuffier, more so a Scuffier, but for it to really shine, you might want to pull for Skirk. And then I really want Nefa too, but I just didn't have enough primos for her on her last banner. I kind of want Sitlali because I really like her story and just her as a character in general. And I'm really heavy on wanting Emily. First, I didn't really care about her, but now I really want her. And also another character that could benefit me would be Xilonen, and I just can never go wrong with Xilonen. And also another character that I want is Alhaitham. On all of Alhaitham's banners, I kept on losing, so I never even got him on any of my accounts. And I forgot to show my Teapot, but it's at trust rank number 7. I'm still working on it. As you guys can see, this account is just, it's been a wild ride and a lot of neglect. But obviously on some days I don't really feel like logging in, or I just can't log in because, well, life keeps you busy, I guess. And so there were so many days where I could have actually made progress, but I just didn't end up doing that. And also I spread my resources very wide instead of trying to focus on building a few select characters. And also just getting a bunch of 5 stars in a very short amount of time made everything feel overwhelming. Obviously I could have decided not to build them, but I mean, they're 5 stars, so I think they'd be a good asset. If you guys made this far in the video, I'd like to say thank you so much for watching, and hopefully I'll see you guys next time. Mwah.